Hi, welcome to Love It or Hate It, just rate it in the comments.
And don't forget to touch the button to subscribe and bang the bell for notifications so you can join our little community here. So today what we'll be reviewing, Greenleaf episode 4, season 4, which airs on OWN every Tuesday night. So at the end of episode 3, we had Grace, who was going to visit her newly found son that was in prison. She was talking to him on the phone, and he was being very rude and obnoxious, saying, are you going to give me the money or not? Because he needed money to get a place to stay. And so she said, yeah, I'll help. So the beginning of this episode 4, she's there. So he comes down the stairs and he's like, what are you doing here? He didn't want to talk to her. He didn't want to be bothered with her. And, she begs him to go on and talk to her. Finally, he talks. And they go out and they look at a couple of places. The one place that he really liked, he was turned down because he was a felon. And, he was kind of torn up about it. He was upset. So him and Grace go back to the facility. They're sitting there and they're having a heart-to-heart talk. And Grace is telling them, don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be here with you until you find a place, no matter how long it takes. And so then Grace is thinking, he says, what kind of person do you think I am? And she goes, I don't know. What kind of person are you? And, everybody's thinking that, what did he do? Was he a murderer? What did he do? And he goes, I got 5 years for falling asleep. He said, I was hungry and I broke into a house to get something to eat, and it was so quiet and I felt so safe, I fell asleep. And that got me these 5 years here. And that's how that cookie crumbles.
That's so sad. But then back at the ranch, Calvary / Harmony and Hope, there's another dilemma. So Misty Williams, she's on the deacon board. She comes into the church and she's looking for Grace. And so she's looking everywhere. And so finally she sees Corinne. And she's like, Corinne, have you seen Grace? Have you seen Bishop or Pastor Greenleaf? And she's not there. She's like, no, I haven't seen her. So Pastor Phil DeMar's walking by and he hears this conversation. He's like, oh, hi, Misty. And so he's, consulting with her.
Actually, if you kind of look at it, he was standing back in the shadows, ear hustling. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to find ways to make sure that they stick to that church and nothing happens. So there's that. But he's walking by and, he overhears. And so she decides she's going to consult with Pastor Phil DeMar. So Corinne, she got Lady May's back. So she goes in there, she calls Lady May, and she lets her know what's going down. She lets her know that Misty was looking for Grace, but Grace isn't here. Nobody knows where Grace is. So Lady May gets up, and she gets dressed, and she's headed down the stairs, and she's going over there to go see Misty to see what's going on. What's wrong? What can she do to help? So then Bishop sees her. He's like, where you going? And so she's telling him, she's going to go see Misty. He's like, hold on, I'll go with you. So, he comes down and goes see Misty. So they get there and Misty's like, oh no, you shouldn't have wasted your time. Everything is fine. I've worked everything out with Pastor Phil DeMar. Everything is good. And she's like, well, now
And she had her face all turned up like, I don't even know what you guys are doing here.
She did say that. She said, I don't know what you guys are doing here. Like, no, it's totally fine. So then what happened? So then Lady May goes on to say, you know what, Bishop, can you go warm the car up for me while me and Misty have a little talk? So Misty, they go out to the balcony, and then Misty's like, so what do you have up your sleeve, May? So, they're talking and everything. She's like, we're ladies. Between us, you can let me know if there's anything going on and I can help you. And she's, again, telling her that, she's worked everything out with Pastor Phil DeMar, but then at the same time, she mentioned that, she was supposed to be meeting with Grace because Grace was actually going to be going with her and her daughter because her daughter was back on the pills, back hooked on those painkillers. So then Lady May says, well, Bishop and I could have gone, or I could have gone. And then she said, May, I'm going to stop you right there because I don't want you to embarrass yourself. I don't. And then she's like, so you prefer Pastor Phil DeMar to me? And then so she's shaking her head and she's like, so here's the thing. So, yes, I prefer Pastor Phil DeMar to you. And then so she goes into telling her that they didn't vote to give the church to Harmony and Hope because they didn't want Bishop to have the church, but they didn't want her to have the church. And then she looks like, but why?
Yeah, because they thought that she knew about that brother molesting those kids.
Yeah.
And dealing with that, how they had the college fund for the kids. And that's where the brother was getting the kids from. And I don't know, but truthfully, I don't think, how could they think that she knew and he molested her own daughter and the daughter killed herself behind it?
That's exactly why I feel like I would have been just like them. I would have voted against her, to make sure that she stays out. Because that's the number one thing she said. Like, we really thought that you knew. How could you not know? He was molesting her own daughter along with all these other women. And this is her brother. They grew up together. Like, you kind of know your family members' ways. Granted, I mean, hey, some people could be sneaky and doing stuff in the dark, but that was her daughter. That's her daughter that he was molesting, and that's her brother. How can you not know? And that's what she said. How can you not know? So that just tore May up. That totally tore her up.
I bet that did, because if that brother hadn't been arrested or whatever when he was 5 years old for molesting the girl that's 6 years old next door, if none of that happened, then there was no way that May would be suspicious of her brother. And that's probably why he was able to get with so many girls and molest them, because nobody was suspicious of him. And, I don't know, if I was May, I'd be offended. But she said, you know when you don't know. So now she's probably you guys got me confused. I don't know, did I know or I didn't know? But
look, when Grace came back, Grace was trying to tell her, and she was just all like against it. She was telling Grace to leave it alone. So yes, I would have been with the church as well. Like the deacon board, I would have voted to keep her out, because like, how do you not know this? Her own daughter knew. Her other daughter knew. She had a feeling, granted, yeah.
I think she thinks that Grace was just trying to be messy. Here Grace comes walking in the door, starting all this mess with her brother. And you just stop it, Grace. Mm-mm. But when she found out, she accepted it.
I don't think she was trying to be messy. Like, she knew something was going on. For surely. And if I had a daughter, and my daughter came to me and told me that my brother was doing something to my other daughter, oh yeah, it's going down. It's definitely going down. I'm not taking nothing lightly.
Yeah, but what if they didn't tell you?
I keep my eyes peeled. Keep my eyes peeled.
Yeah, they was hard pressing, pushing that church back in the day. And those kids were all young. And I'm sure whatever Faith saw or knew, maybe she may have shared it with Grace. But I don't think she even shared it with Grace. I think Grace just was paying attention.
Correct. Keywords, paying attention.
Yeah, she was paying attention to the surroundings, where Lady May and Bishop, they weren't, because they were trying to grow the church. And, Lady May's having her Lady May Day or whatever. But I don't think that she knew. I really don't, because you're not going to let somebody harm your own kid. And I don't believe Lady May knew. I mean, I could be wrong, but
Lady May's father was molesting her. Because remember when they were in there, and I think they needed to ask for money from him, and then so she had to go in there, and you could tell he was doing something to her. So I do definitely believe she had an inkling. There was an inkling.
Oh, okay, well, if that's the case, because I am remembering you going way, 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 way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if that is in the family already, so that's reason to pay attention.
Correct.
Because the father is doing that. And maybe some of it rubbed off on the brother. Maybe as a young kid, the brother wasn't showing any evidence that he was doing something, but he was just getting his game together. He was sharpening it up. So, yeah.
Terrible game.
Yeah, but anyway, so you had Lady May. She was upset because Grace wasn't there. She was upset because Grace wasn't there. So she calls Grace in Arizona, tells her, you are going to get here, and I expect you to be here tomorrow. This is about the church, and I expect you to be here. So this is after she just tells the son, I'm staying here
right
until you find a place. So then she has to go back to the son and tell him, I got to leave tomorrow. I am so, so, so sorry. No, he says, just leave. Don't come back. I don't want to see you ever again. Just go. I mean, the whole relationship they were building was wiped out. So, but she had to go back. She had to go for the church because Grace has so many irons in the fire, and she's trying to, put this fire out and put that one out. She's trying to fight for the church. She's trying to fight for her son. Her daughter's mad at her when she ran off to school, and she just has a lot going on. She has a lot. Then you have Jacob, who's mentoring this basketball player, which Zora is in love with this guy. She's in love with him.
He's cute.
So
it's true.
They were having a meeting. So you should have seen Zora got all dressed up. She looked cute really cute. She looked really cute. So she was there. So when the basketball player came, she's gonna be there. So her dad's not gonna stop her from meeting him. She's got all she can do is meet him. And it was kind of sad because he brought his girlfriend. So I guess she didn't think that he had a girlfriend, but he did bring a girlfriend. And he's like head over heels turning flips behind this girl. So Jacob comes up. Jacob takes him off, excuses him from the ladies, and he goes off to talk to him. And so the two girls are talking, Zora and the girlfriend. So the girlfriend asked if she had her own place. She said, yeah, I have a cabin on my grandparents' estate. And she goes, ooh, let's go see it. So they go there. Zora's playing with her hair, showing her different ways to do her hair.
Laying that baby hair.
Yeah. And so the girl is starting to make advances.
She's flirting with Zora.
Making advances towards Zora. And right when she gets right up on her, then the boyfriend walks through the door.
He's like, you guys in here with the door unlocked?
Yeah, so it looks like maybe Zora's going to be tiptoeing through the tulips.
Tiptoeing through the tulips with the lady.
Exactly. Yeah, she's going to be tipping.
That might be happening. We'll see.
Yeah, she'll be tiptoeing because Lady May probably is not going to be, too happy about that.
But, and then Clarissa and Jacob. Clarissa, woo! I just knew when he was going to tell her, you know what? No, I want to keep the land because I want to build something on it. I just knew she was going to just
sell it.
Explode. No, I knew she was going to explode. But she didn't because he came smooth with it. He came smooth. He said, you know what? I just need to show you a little bit more attention, some more love. And, he had these flowers and everything. And, he got the lines from his dad in reality because his dad told him, look, you don't sell that land, okay? That's how you build wealth, with your land and everything. He's like, but you need to pay more attention to your wife. She's still over here bubbling because, you had this thing with Tasha. So he said, pay more attention to your wife. Show her you love her. So he goes in there with his flowers and tells her how much he loves her, which is, so nice.
But we ain't selling no land.
Yeah. But then he goes in and he's like, yeah, we not selling that land. We're not selling that property.
Yeah, you're beautiful and I love you and all that, but it's not for sale.
Yeah, that's how that went down. So, so she took that pretty well. Seriously. Like my mom was over here thinking, oh, she gonna sell that land behind his back.
That's what I thought she was gonna do.
She's real headstrong. That's real.
Yeah. But Grace arrived back at home. Grace arrived back home on the range with everybody else, and so they're all looking at old pictures of Faith, and they're taking it to heart. And what happened?
Lady May's like, Grace. So Grace just knows Lady May is about to rip her a new one. And she doesn't. She just has her come in there and they're showing old films. And then the first one of Faith comes up and Jacob's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, just keep it. So, they're all reminiscing. And so I think Lady May really needed to hear exactly what the woman on the deacon board, Misty, had to say. Because that kind of put things in perspective and brought her back to her family. Like, it's all about family. You need to enjoy your family opposed to doing this and then doing that. So it made her reminisce and just kind of appreciate it more.
Yeah, because throughout the episodes, all they did was talk about Grace and, that she had killed herself or however she died.
Oh, Faith.
Right, but they never really talked that much about her. Mm-hmm. So that could have a little bit to do with Grace telling her son to come home. Now, he's a wild one. So
I think that he has, well, not think, I'm almost positive he has abandonment issues. Like, she abandoned him, basically. She gave him up for adoption, so.
But I'd like to know, even though she did give him up, who raised him? Was he in a foster home? Did he actually have parents who raised him? But.
That's a good question. They didn't mention it. But he has abandonment issues. That's why his reaction was so snap. When she just said, I have to go, but I'll be back. He's like, no, don't ever come back. Don't you ever come back. No. Because he doesn't know what to expect. She already left him once. So it's like, you already left me once, so just don't keep doing this to me. Just stay gone.
That's true. I think they threw him in there on the fly, and they developing it as they go. Because nothing is really, you don't know who raised him. You don't know if he's homeless, right? Does he have a family to go back to?
Doesn't look like it.
Right. So we need a little bit more background on him, but I guess as the following episodes come up, they'll probably we'll learn more about him. But right now, it looks like he needs his mom. He needs some help, and we'll just take it from there.
So until the next episode.
Yeah, but she did call him and say, "Come on home."
That's how it ended.
Yeah.
She said, "Come home. You're coming home." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can't wait. I'm gonna be sitting there looking like 5 minutes to 10, maybe 30 minutes to 10.
I know you are. Texting me, Danielle. You watching Greenleaf? You watching Greenleaf?
Yeah, because I'm out to see, is he coming home? And what is the church gonna think about this? And then you have Phil DeMars and, oh my God, Charity. Ooh. So, and Clarissa. Now, Clarissa wants to move so bad, I bet she don't want to move now. She want to see what's going to be going on in that house. But that's all we have for you right now. Don't forget to subscribe, bang the bell for notifications.
Bang it.
And please leave us some comments. Let us know, what do you guys, the comment I want you to leave is, what do you think is going to happen when that son goes there? So leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the son. Also, leave us a comment and let us know, what do you think about Zora?
I think they're going to move Zora out of that cabin and put the son in there. Those are my thoughts. And then that's going to be, woo! 4th of July. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
That's a good one, because I think, wasn't Zora supposed to be going off to school or somewhere? She was supposed to be going off somewhere.
She was?
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, in the comments, let us know, what do you think about, and how do you think Sophia's going to feel about it? Okay, so we'll talk to you on, what is that, Wednesday? Thursday and Friday. So look for us to send you new videos Thursdays and Fridays. Okay, talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.